Hi, Random Crafty Axe here. This is Barb. I'm in the midst of a real mess of trying to get a bunch of cards made for a donation box. It's not really a mess. It's just what's a mess is that I've pulled out all of my old Christmas papers. And I've started to come across some bits and pieces like these are really pretty, okay? It's just the problem that I'm having with this is like out in the middle. If I cut it like that, I cut off all the birds. That would probably fit in the middle of a piece, which is what we may end up doing. But I'm going to try two things. Okay, so this first one, I laid this here. And if I cut that at 4, since this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I can put a thing out there. So we're going to do this one that way. I know that this doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's all right. All right, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, all right. So just so I can put some words with what I was my meandering thoughts. One of the things that ends up happening is that you get down into the end of a paper pack and you have pieces like this that just, like this is a 6 by 6. If I was making an actual 6 by 6 card, which people do, but those they require extra postage and special envelopes and all kinds of things. Okay, so we're going to lay that right in here. Okay, and then looking for season's greetings. Okay, so we put the season's greetings. I'm going to balance it right there between the leaves here. Okay, and I will get some cardstock to put that on. All right, that leaves this piece on the side, which is not too bad because you've got the bird and everything. So, do I have another piece of black? I have a piece of black here. Let's see what size this is. This is 5 5/8. So if we cut this down to 5 3/8 and 4 1/8, that's how big those big pieces are in the bag when I do the big layer. Okay, I think I'll call this the video where I talk to myself. Okay, all right, so this can go on the side like this. Or I can put it over on the side like this. And let's see what I've got here in my... I've got some black circles, which blend in, so we don't like that. I've got some red, which are too big. Okay. Got some snowmen, but I don't think those work. Do that. I don't usually layer this way, but we're going to try it. Okay, let's see. we put this layer here, okay, and we put this here, we can balance that and cut it off. So that we're centering this on the 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And then, because it's on that, all right. This is a little more authentic to the way my creative process has a tendency to work. Okay, so we'll put that. So then out of that piece of 6 by 6 paper that I didn't know what I was going to do with, this is all we've got left. So that goes in the trash. Okay, and so then the other idea was to center that in the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And that's going to be a real exciting kind of thing to try to cut. So let's be brave. Okay. Need it to be 4. Okay. Right, so this is 6. Need to be 4 1/4. 5 1/4. I should have cut it differently, left more of it here. I know how to fix that. Watch me do magic. Okay, and put that like this. Where's the piece that we cut off the bottom? Okay, we're going to start this way. This on the bottom. This is a real easy cut to do. You just line your scissors up at the corner and cut towards the center, or you take your scissors and line it in the center and do a snip and then cut the angles. I'll do that for you sometime. And let's see if we can find a white. Merry Christmas. I'll put that in the middle. Okay, that's 3. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much with these. I'm not going to throw them out yet, but I will toss them over to the side. Okay, this goes here, unless I've got another piece of black that I can put behind it, which I think I do. Okay, so we're going to do 5 3/8. 4 1/8. 4 1/8. I'd forgotten I had these. I'll do that. The other option is, don't need to mumble, the other option is this, which again is very simple. I'd rather put this in a situation where it's on white. I've got a whole box with a whole bunch of stuff like this cut because I don't know. I don't know why. I think there was a project 2 years ago that I got myself into, and I just went like berserk cutting a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Kind of plain, but kind of cute. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Try to clean up just a little bit so that things don't get too far out of hand. Let's see, what size is this? This can go in here. This is kind of what I refer to as cleanup crafting. When I have like a project that if you look through the videos, you'll see I did a lot more organized video earlier, and in that very organized video, I had different things, obviously, that I was trying to accomplish. And let's just do another one of these. Here's that box, just so you can see I'm not making things up. And you know, I was very organized, and then I get down to the end of the day, and it's like, okay, I have to go in soon and do some other things in the house, and I don't want to leave things in a mess out here. On the other hand, I'm trying to kind of finish. Okay, let's see if I can find some. I am short on foil cardstock. I have an order coming that will hopefully be here tomorrow. I had found some paper that this is a little thinner than what I normally use. I think I need to get another piece of cream out. So I usually use 110-pound index, and I think this is 90. It feels pretty thin, which works if I'm doing some layering. The 110-pound cover only works for me if I'm doing almost no layering, because otherwise the card gets too thick. And just so you know what that can end up meaning, I have a box, a long box that I pack my cards in when I do the 200, and it comes with, it's the box that my envelopes come in, and there's 500 envelopes, just envelopes in the box. So when I fix them all up at cards and get it all good, I can get 200 in there. The last time I did a box with this 110 cover cardstock, I could only get 160 cards in there. Okay, so there are 3. I'll get one more piece of cream. So they, you know, it doesn't hurt with the mailing, but because I've done birthday cards and stuff with it, but again, it does add to it, and it would be possible that it could end up costing more postage to mail it. In the situation where I'm donating to, that is not an issue. Okay, so there are 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so these are, all that leaves are these 2 plaids, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those. They actually could go back in my regular cardstock. They're not specifically Christmas. Okay. All right, and you'll hear me snapping a picture so that I can post this. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm usually more organized than this, but I would appreciate it if you would. I'm really reaching out to beginning card makers, people who are just exploring card making and seeing if it's something that they'd like to do, particularly card makers who start card making and then find out how much fun it is and then realize they have so many cards they don't know what to do with them. So I really promote donating cards. I will list a couple of sites for you to look at. The place that I donate will be listed there. There's a woman out there, her name is Jess, jesscrafts.com, and I will link to her site there. On her webpage, she has a whole list of places that you can donate to. That one I've already stamped. And she does a lot of cards for children, and that's something that is near and dear to our hearts. So you can check those sites out. Okay, but if the more people I get subscribed, the more likelihood is that the algorithm will pull this site up when people are looking. Okay, so thank you for being here, and again, subscribe if you have a chance. You won't get anything. It doesn't cost anything. You won't get any emails. You won't start getting any kind of phone calls or anything. So thank you very much.